I've had a fun show this morning. Let's continue it with the man, Allan Bell, CBS SportsLine. Allan, I can't tell you, man. We get messages during the show and after, people are watching. You are the dude, Jimmy the Greek. I mean, you're. What is it about you, man?
Well, I'll tell you this. First off, I appreciate you having me back. Second off, I wish I could bet on Vietnam veterans being backed up, because I mean that's a winning bet every day.
What's the over under that thing backed up every day? I got to tell you, Saturday night, a friend of mine who watches you and watches this segment texted me and said, I hope you took Allan's advice and took the under in the 49ers game. And I said, I didn't. My friend Allan loaded up after your segment on last Friday and made a nice little coin.
Nice. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I'll tell you what, I've got another little nugget for him and everybody this week. So the 49ers are playing their third straight road playoff game since 1978. All right. Teams that are playing their third straight playoff road game are only 33% against the spread.
Oh, well, we'll write that down. They're 33% against the spread, playing their third straight road game.
Their third straight road playoff game, yeah. So the 49ers fall in that category, played against the Rams. Yeah.
So I'm thinking you like the Rams.
I absolutely do, yes.
Let me ask you this. You saw the Rams play against the Buccaneers and the way the Buccaneers came back and all that. Do you have to put like a collapse like that, even though they won the game, out of your mind and just focus on the next game? Or do you keep part of that like what happened in the back of your mind when you're betting?
Well, I'll tell you what, I keep it there, and it actually, I think it benefits this week because, you know, the one thing that the Rams have been falling apart with is taking their foot off the gas pedal the second half of games, right? So now they almost blew it. So not only the play calling, but the offense as well understands, hey, that's the one thing that we can't do, especially against a team like the 49ers, who historically the last few years have owned the Los Angeles Rams. So no, I absolutely use that, you know, kind of in my my own personal algorithm, and I think it benefits the Rams on this one.
The over-under for this game on Sunday with the Rams 49, 45, to me that seemed a little low. Am I crazy?
No, you're not. It's very low, and if you were going to bet the under, you've kind of already lost your value here, because that's where you're going to see the public. It's gone from 46.5 to 45 in 24 hours now. So if you're betting the under, I still don't think it's a terrible play, but just understand that you've kind of lost your value there. But historically, this matchup between Kyle Shanahan and Sean McVay, it's been an under bonanza. Let me say that.
Let me ask you this as well, because I remember the Packers in 2010, the Giants in 2007. You know, road teams, wild card teams on the road that won the Super Bowl and took it all the way. Should I put that out of my mind when you're talking about these road teams winning, you know, against the spread? Because it's not really you're talking about against the spread, and these teams have won. So there's a lot to kind of figure out here with all that stuff. But you're saying on this Saturday or Sunday with the 49ers and the Rams to just be wary of if you're taking the 49ers because of the history.
Yeah, you know, historically, you know, it is shown that teams that have to play 3 straight road playoff games, I mean, it's just hard to do. And we saw it last year with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Tom Brady. So it's like, okay, is this going to happen again? Because historically, this isn't something really that you can count on, right? Also, not only are the 49ers playing on the road, the Rams are playing at home. So play that into account as well. And it's funny that not only are the Rams playing the NFC Championship at home, if they win, they're playing the Super Bowl at home as well.
That's just crazy. Hey, let me ask you this off of this. All right, so this is BetMGM. Do they have a staff of people who set the lines? I mean, because to me, that would be a stressful job because I'd be like, all right, I'm going to give the Rams 49ers 39 at the over-under, and then everybody hits the over, and you lose a lot of money. I think you'd lose your job.
They do. All right, so I'll tell you what. I've been in a sports book around the Super Bowl time, and if you kind of watch a movie and they show like a data room, you know, of like 100 people at computers and they're all doing these different things. Like that's exactly what it is. And they're all focused exactly on these NFL games because these are going to do billions of dollars of bets this weekend. No lie. Billions of dollars will be bet across different sports books, right? So they have rooms of people that are looking at not only the spread, not only the total, but every single player prop, you name it. Yeah, they are getting right down to the most efficient number for sure.
That is amazing. That's a job I would not want to have because these odds are always just spot on. If you look at the Bengals and Chiefs games there at the top, the over-under at 54. I mean, that's a number I would come up with, and that's perfect right there. And that's a game that I have no idea what's going to happen.
Yeah, well, I'll say this, okay? We spoke about it last week, and it's held true, all right? The team that you think is going to win the game in the playoffs generally covers the spread. We've had 10 playoff games so far. All 10 teams that won the game covered the spread. In the last 34 NFL playoff games, the team that just won the game covered in 31 of them. So, yeah. So start there with who you think is going to win the game. Historically, they covered the spread as well.
Who do you like in that Bengals-Chiefs game?
I like the Chiefs. And look, now, understand the difference between 7 and 7.5, okay? So anybody that's new to sports betting, think in terms of how football games were scored. 3 points, 7 points, 10 points, right? So since 2015, about 10% of all NFL games ended with a margin of 7 points, okay? Add another 5% of risk going to 7.5, meaning that, over time, if you play 7.5 instead of 7, it's going to burn you. So there's a large difference. That number will come back down. So if you're going to play the Chiefs, wait till it goes to 7. Don't play it at 7.5.
Fascinating. I mean, I'm trying to write this stuff down and process it in my head. Intern, you took some advice this last weekend, didn't you, from the maestro and won some money?
Oh, yeah, I did. I ended up actually getting, I think I put in 10 to win 78 or something like that.
Nice.
So, yeah, man.
Nice work, man. Well done, buddy.
Hey, well done to you. Shout out to you.
No, shoot, man. No, hey, it's all of us together against the book. And I'll give you another little nugget right here. The Kansas City Chiefs, all right, they've covered 6 straight games at home, meaning they've covered the spread at home. Also, 6 straight games involving the Kansas City Chiefs have hit the over with an average total score of 60.5 points scored in that game. So if you're looking at 54.5, right, there's some good value there.
All right, so now the drop down box there is a Super Bowl. Do you get good odds now for the Super Bowl? Like if you want to get the 49ers and you think they can go all the way, would you like to take that now? Because if 49ers don't get there, do you lose your money, obviously, right?
Yeah, so all right, so if you click on that right there, right? If you click the bet now part and you'll see the percentage or the odds that come up. Right, so you're going to see the Kansas City Chiefs plus 120, Rams plus 200, 49ers plus 450, and the Bengals plus 800. All right, so here's something that you can do, and it's tough to do now because it's so late in the season, but earlier in the year, you can use the book's numbers against them. So say that you think the 49ers or the Bengals are going to win the Super Bowl. Well, here's what you do. Take the same amount of money and bet it on the 49ers and bet it on the Bengals. So with 450 and 800, now you're using the numbers against the book. So if either of those teams win, you profit regardless, right? So that's kind of how you look at it and say, all right, I'm going to use the numbers against you. Yeah, so it's tough to do this late in the year, but earlier in the year, preseason, oh, yeah, you could absolutely hit them on that.
Oh, that's fantastic. I didn't even think about that. Well done. I was going to say with the Super Bowl and the betting and, I always think about Super Bowl, the Phil Mickelson bet that he had back in 2000.
Which was that? I'm not familiar with it.
He put $10,000 in August on the Ravens to win the Super Bowl at 80-1 odds, or maybe 800-1. Anyway, He won several $100,000 because he bet on the Ravens in August.
Yeah.
And of course, he's got money to do that, but that's what he did. You bet these teams. So I'm sure somebody out there put money on the Bengals back in August to win the Super Bowl, and people laughed at him. And then I bet the odds then were astronomical.
Astronomical, absolutely. So, yeah, anytime you can play a futures bet that early, especially before the season starts, you're going to get amazing odds. I had hit a bet a couple years ago at 40-1 on Lamar Jackson winning the MVP the year that he did. Very, very nice. Now, it wasn't $10,000. Let's divide that by a couple zeros here.
Right.
Like we're looking more at $10. You know what I mean? But
Right.
yeah, like futures bets, they can absolutely pay off for you nicely.
What is the worst bad beat you've gotten ever? Is there one that comes to mind?
Absolutely, 100%. So I can't remember the year, but you can look it up. Me and a couple good friends, we were on his bachelor party in New Orleans. It was during the Final Four, and everybody in the room had bet, I think, Villanova to win the national championship. I had bet North Carolina. Villanova wins the game on like that last second three-pointer. Right. Wins, covers the spread. The whole room is going crazy, except me. I'm the only one that was on the opposite side. So I was just sitting there like, this is brutal. I don't like this at all.
Oh, my goodness.
Can I get out of here, please?
Next week I'll have for you, Allan, we come on again. There's a great story about how during a football game, I forget what game it was, Vegas almost went broke. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah, there's been a couple of them, and I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the game, but there has been a few out there to where the public goes so far one way, and the book is leveraged against that, and it could get brutal in an absolute hurry. The week 18, when everyone was betting on the Raiders and Chargers to tie, right? That would have been, I believe, almost $3 billion loss for Las Vegas. And that game came 3 seconds away from tying. So, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, my God.
Think of the sweat that those people were sitting there going, oh, my gosh, please kick this field goal.
Oh, that's amazing. Allan, you are every week, man. You're the best. I appreciate you, man. You can find you on social media. You're the great follow on Twitter. Thank you so much again, man.
I appreciate you, brother. Y'all be good. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. I wanted to say personally, thank you, Allan.
Intern,
Thank you, buddy.
Intern, you need to give Allan part of this commission you're
That's
winning.
what I'm saying. Yeah, we need to talk offline about
Hey,
that.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, do that, and I'm going to be over at the putt-putt batting cage, man, working on my stroke, listening to the last interview. Absolutely.
I got you.
See you.
See you, brother. Allan Bell, CBS SportsLine. Intern, let's take, we ran over a little bit. Let's do birthdays here, and we'll get out of here and have a good Friday, all right?
Sounds good to me, man.
Let's see. What a birthdays here. All right, so you having a good time down there in Chattanooga, buddy?
Well, I was saying, man, how about my boy Mike with the interview there, huh?
That was funny with
Killed
his
it. Yes.
stories about his uncle, which made me laugh.
First time I ever met Todd, we went to his house in Knoxville, and it was when I had my mustache that you hate. And he, didn't say a word to me. He just went up to me and just smushed it. Like that.
It's the worst mustache ever. All right, here we go. Get this out here. We got like a minute. Allan, how old is Alan Alda today?
58.
86. Do you even know who Alan Alda is?
I don't. Actually.
Okay. I'm not going to explain to you.
Singer
Sarah McLachlan, she has those heart-wrenching animal stories, that commercials about the pets.
Right. In the arms in the Big Joe or something like that. She is 71.
54.
That's awful that I said that.
From NSYNC, Joey Fatone.
Let's do 51.
45.
Man.
Backstreet Boys, Nick Carter, how old's he?
46.
42, getting close. Actor Elijah Wood. Any in those little movies about hobbits?
Yeah, he's the ring guy. He got the ring. Frodo Baggins.
He took a photo.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else. Let's say he's 36 today, though.
41. Rapper J. Cole.
Oh, J. Cole is 34.
37. Man, you're so close. Let's see here. Actress Barbie Benton.
I have no idea who it is, but Barbie, older name, I would assume 68.
72. That's like 4. You're right in the neighborhood.
Knocking at the door.
DJ Muggs with Cypress Hill.
I have a pug named Muggs, so let's do 38.
54. Let's get one more here before we go. NBA coach Greg Popovich.
Oh, the legend. 77.
God, 73. Hey, you're delivering pizza in the neighborhood next to the neighborhood you got to be in, man. You're close, though.
I'm in the cul-de-sac.
All right, brother. Have a good weekend, man. I'll see you Monday. Thanks for all you do.
Hey, thank you. See y'all.
All right, we'll leave you with this. Had a fun show today. The intern will put the stuff up on our YouTube channel. Just search Main Street Nashville. Click on Mornings on Main Street. It's all right there for you. Thank you, Michael Johnson from Trevecca. Thank you, Michael Camp, talking about your uncle Todd Helton. That's really funny. And of course, the great Allan Bell. And have a great Friday, great week. And remember to be nice to people, smile at people in traffic, open doors. Nobody cares about your CrossFit workout unless you're doing it for charity. And always remember this, my friends, nobody ever went broke by giving. Have a great weekend.